Okay. So let us start just giving the demonstration on how to do an isometric drawing on a sketchbook or on a your Solid software. Okay. So please observe this video. So what you are having, the problem is here. We will explain the problem first. A sphere of diameter 50 millimeter rests centrally on a top of a cube of side 50 millimeter. Draw the isometric projection of the combination of solids. So this is the problem statement. So it is for 30 marks. So here you can see, observe, there are two solids. One is a cube and second one is a sphere. Okay. So placing a sphere over the top of a cube will represents the combination of the solids. So first important thing what you're supposed to understand here is which is the bottom solid and which is the top solid. Okay. So in this case, sphere is placed centrally over the top of the cube. So therefore, so we can easily understand sphere is at the top and whereas the cube is at the bottom. Now making this combination of the solids, we had to draw the isometric projections. So this is a typical examination problem for you for 30 marks. It is very simple to do that. Okay, so please observe. So if you have any clarification at any position, you can just stop me and you will have an interaction. Okay, so I will just start with the demonstration of this. Yeah. So first you draw the line. This is optional. If you want to draw XY line showing VP and HP, if you want, you can do. Otherwise, you can draw the horizontal line and you can start. Okay. See, you are drawing a line for 30 degrees on one side. Yeah, please observe here the length of the line. See, just here, it is marked 50 into 0.816. Please just observe that. So it has become 40.8. 40.8. Why? Because the side of the cube is 50 millimeters. First, we are going to start constructing an isometric drawing with the bottom. First, we are going to draw the bottom solid. Then we will going to place the top solid. So here the bottom solid is a cube. All right. So first we will going to construct a cube, or we will going to draw the projection of a cube, and later part we will going to place a sphere over the centrally over the cube. So what is the side of a cube here? It is 50 millimeter. So 50 millimeter side is the actual length. So that needs to be converted into an isometric scale. So we have a multiplication factor of 0.816. Okay, 0.816. You can directly multiply 50 into 0.816 and resulting dimension that has to be used for drawing the line for the particular object. Okay, this is what we have done here. So you see here 40.80. 50 into 0.816, it will going to give 40.80. So that we have to draw here. Okay. Just observe. I will just explain once again. Just observe. So they are constructing an isocircle by using a flow center method, what I explained in the previous session. Here, the combination of solids is a hemisphere placed over a cone. So this is the base of a cone. So base of a cone is a circular. In isometric, we can say that as an isocircle. Now they are taking the height or the length of an axis of the cone, which is 50 millimeter, and now they are measuring so the distance at which the hemisphere should be placed. So this is the axis length. Now how they will join, see. They are down the tangent to the cone. This is the construction of a hemisphere. Okay, so what we have done this is, yeah, let us discuss now. First, you draw a horizontal line. So there's a problem on a sphere which has been kept over the top of a cube. So draw a horizontal line. Now you have to draw first the bottom solid, which is a cube. The side of the cube is 50 millimeter. Yeah, see here, it is we are multiplying 50 into 0.816. 50 into 0.816. So why we are multiplying is the length will be foreshortened by an amount of 0.1, so foreshortened equally in all the three mutually perpendicular directions. So therefore you are using an isometric dimension. Isometric dimension. This is what we have put it over here. So the whatever the dimensions you are taking, that needs to be multiplied by the 0.816. Please remember this. Don't forget this. Directly, whether, of course, when you are doing it on a grid sheets, no problem at all. Directly, each box is having a 0.816. So if it is 50 millimeter, if you take 5 boxes in your grid sheets, directly it will going to be the 50 multiplied by 0.816 only. So no need for changing it if you have a grid sheets of this at the back of the sketchbooks what you are having. So directly you can measure 5 boxes that will represent 50 into 0.816. So therefore no problem if you have a grid sheets, easily you can complete the sketchings manually for isometric projections. If you don't have the grid sheets, you have to multiply each dimension by 50 multiplied by 0.816. So you have to get the dimension, then you have to draw them. So what they have done here is, okay, see, multiplying 50 by 0.816. So they are drawing a line for 30 degrees first, and then they are taking minus 8.4 degree in this direction. Of course, you can draw with the sketch sheets, not an issue. Directly you can draw with the parallel lines and you can complete this. So this is the base of the cube. So what is the height of the cube is given? It is 50 millimeter only. So again, you have to draw the vertical edges of the cube by multiplying by 0.816 with the 50. So here we have one simple option for you. So you can copy the base and you can paste it. Copy and move to the point where you have got it, and you can paste directly. You can get the top face of the cube. So this is the simplicity where you can get it when you do it on a system. But what this not happens when you are doing it on a manually. So when you do manually, so you have to construct, you have to draw 4 vertical lines for a length of 15 to 0.816. Okay, then again you have to draw the lines parallel to this. So this is how you will going to construct manually. But when you are doing it on a system, it is very simple. Directly you can copy it and you can paste it. So take hardly around 2-3 minutes for you to complete this isometric drawing on a system. Okay, so just continuing, just joining all those edges here. So you can remove this. These are all unwanted. This is a invisible edges. Okay, so invisible edges should not be shown in the dotted line. In was what we discussed in the solids. So invisible edges should be removed off. It should be taken out, and you should look like a cube. See, this is a cube, a 3-dimensional object, a cube. So the invisible edges should not be shown here. No necessary. So you can delete those and you can complete the solid. Next, now you have to place a sphere over the center of the cube. Okay, so for that, what we had to do, first you had to locate the center of the cube, the top face cell center. You have to mark, draw a line, and from there you just take a center and draw a line. So this height will be the height what you will going to take. See, when you are placing a sphere over a cube, okay, so the center height of the sphere, so it should be measured from the top face of the cube. So first you have to locate the center, the top face center of the cube. From there, you have to measure a distance of the center of the sphere, which is equal to the isometric dimension. Isometric dimension in the sense, so we have a sphere of diameter 50 millimeter, right? So when you measure a distance, or when you measure the distance of the center of the sphere from the center of the top surface of the cube, so that distance should be always an isometric dimension only. In the sense, you had to multiply 50 by 0.816, and that corresponding distance, sorry, that is radius, right? It is radius, sorry, not diameter, it is radius. So radius is 25. 25 multiplied by the 0.816. So you had to measure that 25 into 0.816, and then you had to calculate, you have to draw the line for that particular isometric dimension only. Okay, so be careful while you are doing. But when you're drawing the sphere, the radius should be equal to the actual radius only. Be careful. Okay, the center height will be always isometric dimension, whereas the radius or the diameter of the sphere should be taken, it should be an actual dimension only. So look at here. See, just I'll go back. Just see now. Say 25 into 0.816. This is what I am talking about, taking the center of the sphere. Center of the sphere will be 25 into 0.816. So that distance, that vertical line, you have to mark, draw for a point 25 into 0.816, and you had that point will be the center of the sphere. Okay. Yeah. Now you are drawing a sphere for its actual diameter 50 millimeter, and you are placing it over the exactly at the center where you have marked it. This is the one problem. Okay, so this is the combination of two solids. One is a cube, another one is a sphere. So sphere has been placed centrally over the top surface of the cube. This is for 35 marks. So we'll have another one problem where hemisphere is placed over the top of a cone. Okay, so that we will go into, that also I will go to show it now. So this is the second problem. So here what we are having, a hemisphere of 40 millimeter diameter is supported coaxially on the vertex of the cone of base diameter 60 millimeter and axis length 50 millimeter. The flat circular face of the hemisphere is facing upside. Draw the isometric projection of the combination of solids. Okay, so this is hemisphere placed over the vertex of the cone of base diameter 60 millimeter. Again, there are two solids over here. One is a hemisphere, another one is a cone. And here hemisphere is placed over a vertex of the cone. Okay, so the bottom solid will be a cone and the top solid will be a hemisphere. Okay, so now first we'll start constructing a cone first, because generally we start with the bottom solid and again we'll go for the top solid. So bottom solid means a cone. So basically a cone means it will having a base which looks like a circle. Okay, so therefore whenever you have a cone or whenever you have a cylinder, so you have to start with the constructing a circle, which we call that as an isocircle in our isometric projections. Okay, so this isocircle has to be constructed by using a four center method. Okay, so first you have to enclose the circle with a box, and first you have to construct that box, and correspondingly you have to construct the isocircle by using the four center method. So this is what they will going to explain it now. Please observe carefully. So drawing the line xy line. So they are constructing by four center method. First, you have to start with the box, which is having the side which is equal to the diameter of the base of the cone. Now you have to mark the midpoints correspondingly. Those radius should be taken by using four different centers. So look at that. One center is over. This is second center. You are drawing an arc. Then they'll start with the third point, the third center. Say this is third point where you join the arc here. This is the fourth center. Yeah. This is the completion of a base of a cone, which is an isocircle here. Then they will go to mark the height of the cone or the axis length, which is 50 millimeters, 50 into 0.816. Look at that length they have to measure. The center of the hemisphere, which is 20 into 0.816. So 40 is the diameter, and you have to take the radius. Radius is 20, 20 multiplied by 0.816. That is the center. So now they have to construct a sphere of hemisphere, 40 millimeter side. We have a scale command where you can scale it down. So this you can do like this also. Otherwise, you can do it by constructing the top of the sphere, hemisphere as an isocircle, and you can construct separately, and you can just paste it over the center of the sphere, right? So now hemisphere. So what you have to do, you have to now they are drawing the generator of a cone, so it should be a tangent. So tangent to an isocircle from the apex. Okay. So now hemisphere, after drawing the top face as an isocircle, you have to take the center. From the center, you have to take the actual radius, and you have to draw that. Okay. So now look at here. So this is the completion of the second problem on isometrics, where hemisphere is placed over the. So the lines which are not visible, you can just trim it off. Got it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we will discuss that in the next class.